Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about mysteries of the universe, and today I take a dimension of time because it is very significant in our life. Each and every human being have a limited amount of time on planet Earth. So we have to first understand what time actually means and how we utilize in our life, and is it same on everywhere in the universe or it varies, and what are the factors which determine the variation of time, how by doing some practices, some sadhanas, how we utilize our time in efficient manner, and how we if we compare time from one person to another person, how it varies. Even in clock we say that 1 hour is past, but in terms of experience many people experience 1 hour as a yawn, many people experience 1 hour as a moment. So we understand what it actually means. Is it same for every humanity? Is it same everywhere in the universe? What it actually is, why human being or other life form, other physical entity have a certain amount of time, why non-physicality have no impact on time, is time invented or it is always present in the creation? Because many spiritual teacher, many philosophers, many scientists and many common people, poets talk about time. A very much debate going on time and space in physics. You can see lots of videos. Many people turn their head around it and try to understand it, what it actually means. So in my perspective, in my perception, what I understand time in my life, what I read, what I watch, what I hear from when I talking to people, what I grasp some knowledge about it, I try to convey you in this video. See, time actually is in our life. Let's I am 25 years old. So in our life, when we born, after that we do many things in our life, like we play, we watch movies, we spend time with our parents, we spend time with our friends, we spend time in nature, we spend time in alone, we spend time in night, we spend, that means many ways we spend time. Okay, most of the time we spend with ourselves. Okay, even when you talk about your parents, when your birth happen, when your death happen, and wherever you are always with you. But many people do not understand the beautiful, or you can say the sophistication of time in their life. Many people try to spend their time with friends, with family, with teacher, with colleague, with by watching movies, by traveling here there, but very few people understand time and utilize time on their own. Because you in your whole lifetime, let's say you are 25 years, so most of the time in your life you are being with your own, you spend that time on your own. But how consciously and how unconsciously you use it, that determine everything in your whole life. Okay, so from my perspective, time, what is time? That means revolution of earth around the sun, revolution of moon around the earth. In this manner we decide year, month, days, week. In the same manner, revolution of sun around the galaxy, revolution of galaxy around the cluster, revolution of cluster around the supercluster, revolution of supercluster around the bigger entity. So in this manner we calculate time, and in this manner it varies. We know that as per the calculation, by paying observation in the nature, by paying observation in the society, that human being have a limited amount of time. Through science and technology we increase the average life expectancy from 28 years to 60 years, from 30 years to 70 years. But we know that till now, when I recorded my video, till now average lifespan of human being is 60 to 70 years. Okay, a healthy human being may live 120 to 123, 130 years, but average is 60 to 70 years. That means revolution of earth around the sun, when 70 time happen, our life end. So what is the time before our birth? What is the time after our death? What is the time in our lifetime? Each experience of time is same. What is the experience of time for me is same as for other people, same as for other creature, same for other plants, animal, birds, or it varies. So when we look into the nature, when we look into the space, when we pay attention on our system, we understand that for an ant, or you can say fly, which just when rain happening, it flies just for 2 minutes, after that it die. So in terms of that fly, our life is like a millennia, because we live in years, they live for just 2 minutes. When we see the beginning or life of the universe is 14 billion, 14.8 billion, or you can say 13.8 billion, approximately 40 billion. So in terms of that time, our life is very minuscule, because 70 years, 13.8 billion years, in that time span our time is very minuscule. In terms of our life, you can say in terms of life of the, not only this universe, first universe, second universe, this universe, last universe, before the first universe, after the last universe, or you can say first creation, last creation, what is the time? So it is infinite. Okay, when you say infinite, that means it has no origin, it has no end, it is going on from the past and it is going on with the same manner in the future. So in this manner we define time. So there are many debate going on time, because in terms of time, many people say it is invented by the human being. We understand the movement of planetary system, sun, moon, and we associate that time in our clock, and in this manner we try to understand the time, its significance, its impact on our life. But we know that if human being invented time, and we know that humanity come on planet Earth 2 million years ago, life form existed here 3 billion years ago, but humanity first step on the planet Earth 2 million years ago. That means what is occurring before the life form existed on planet Earth, what is going to happen when life form cease to exist on planet Earth or humanity, then many debate, many question open in this manner. Is humanity always present? Is life form always present? Is creation happen when life form with the creation life is also existed? After the end, no, all the creatures and some life form existed. That means in the same manner we open the Pandora box about creation, creator, nature, space, architecture, our thought or philosophy or spirituality, everything. So we have to understand, first of all we have to understand time, its significance, its reality, its association with the truth, its impact on our life, its invention, its reality, its presence, and its impact on not only on human being but on other creature, on other animate and inanimate objects. So when you travel in the world, we know that in different country, different time zone occur, and we made that time zone on the basis of the rotation evolution of sun, moon and earth. Okay, so in different country, different time zone, okay, on the basis of rotation of planet earth, moon and sun. And in the same manner different clocks, when different clocks are present. When you talk to your friend who are living in Russia, or when you talk to a player when you living in a USA, so in USA today when I recording video 10 a.m. but in USA at night 9 p.m. occur. So because we are directly opposite, 12 hours, we, you can say, lack 12 hours in time with respect to west. Okay, because rotation revolution of the earth, moon and sun is fixed, rotation revolution of earth and moon. So in this manner we, you can say, understand time, apply in our life, so that every world, when any program, any event occur, and if we want the participation of each and every human being, so in this manner we, you can say, tell them time and they join them on that manner. Let's say any program happening in India on 6 p.m. in the evening, so we, you can say, associate that time, India's standard time, with European time ET, with Greenwich standard time, with Russian time, and we, you can say, we calculate the time 6 p.m. time of Indian standard time to the other country, and every human being join it. So it is the sophistication of our understanding of time. But if we want to communicate with, let's say, other people are present on other planets, on other galaxies, if we want to communicate with them, each time same. On planet earth we understand the time phenomena of time, its importance and its relation with the different region. So we link, or we can, you can say, we at the same time we gather the participation of most of the people. But is it same for other planets? Let's say if we want to communicate, people who are, hypothetically, let's say people living on the Mars, if we want to communicate with that, is it time we communicate on our standard time? Is that people join our event or we join their event? In the same manner, not only planet, on other galaxies, is the time of this galaxy is same at the other galaxy. This types of phenomena is going on because people say that near black hole, that means when star die, they collapse, they form a strong, very dense, you can say, object which is very dense, and its gravitational field is so high that even light cannot escape from it. So this is called a black hole. So if people say that at the horizon of the black hole, time passes with a very fast rate, or you can say very slow rate. In comparison to that place, life on earth passes very fast, and on comparison to earth, life passes on that place is very slow. Let's say me and my daughter, I'm not married yet, hypothetically, let's say me and my daughter living on planet earth. I go to let's say me and my parents, not daughter, because I am not married, so I do not experience that part. Let's say me and my mother and father living on planet earth. Let's say I send my father to a black hole, okay, and after, let's say 30 years, they come back from that place. So in the age difference, in the impact of the energy of that place, my father is, as let's say he go to the black hole on 50 years of age, when they back, there is very minute changes in their age. But let's say I am 25, so at that time I become 55 years of old. My father is 60 years of old. That means if my father go there and come back from the black hole, his age is 60 years and my age is 55 years. That means very slight change happening in the age of my father, but very, you can say, many changes happening in my mother, in my body. And my mother, let's say he at that time 55, so he reaches up to the age of 85. That means my father is 60, my mother is 85, and I am 55. That means there is an impact of places where you live. There is an impact of different time, impact of time on different places when you live. You live on planet earth, you live on other planets, you live on other galaxy. When you compare, let's say in respect to planet earth, you live on planet earth, when you respect your time with respect to other people, then it varies. That's why in on planet earth also you understand the difference between the life of a human being in terms of, let's say, years. Many, let's say 10 to 20 years past, but people who live in the nature, in sync with the nature, in sync with the creation, not only nature, in sync with the nature, space and architecture. When you see that, when you compare that people with other people who not live in sync with the nature or with the space or with the architecture, just live their life by, let's say, some unconscious manner, then you see a drastic change in their body. Maybe both are of 50 years of age, but person who are in sync with the nature, who sync with the space and architecture, he or she look like very younger than a people who live their life unconsciously. Okay, so time is not only, you can say, relative to other places, not only related to other planet, galaxy, but on the same planet. Either you sync with the nature, space or architecture, it very much determine your life, other people's life, your time, other time. You may die in 80 to 100 years, in 80 to 100 years time. Other people die 18 to 100 years time. But in terms of that experience, you live millennia, and that people live just 80 to 100 years, because on each and every moment you experience everything as a part of yourself, and you experience the magnanimity of the creation. So in this manner we say that 1 hour is passed, but in terms of your experience many years are passed. So in the same manner, if you live here for 100 years, that means you live here for millennia. And if, other people if live here for 100 years, he lives just for 100 years. So in terms of time, maybe for both of us time running with the same speed, but in terms of experience, in terms of our energy, in terms of perception, we live a very bigger and very rich experienced life. Okay, so time is relative. Time is not same for each and every human being. We may say that 1 hour is passed for each and humanity. In terms of time, it is same for each and every humanity, but in terms of experience of the time, it varies from people to people, from region to region, from life to life, from creature to creature, from animate to animate, from inanimate to inanimate, not only on this planet, from planet to planet, from galaxy to galaxy, from multiverse to multiverse, metaverse to metaverse, parallel to parallel. That means everywhere it varies. Time is not same. Time is not same. Time is a concept. If we made, human being made a concept of it, but what is going on in your life every day when you wake up, do some activity, then you go back to sleep, then wake up, do some activity, go back to sleep. So how energetically you do your activity, how in synchronicity with the creation you spend your life, not only your sleep but your what types of work you do, how wakeful you are when you sleep, how conscious you are in your sleep also determine your time, determine your life and experience of life. Even when you go back to sleep, if you are conscious in the sleep also, you experience the whole creation. That means if you are conscious in your sleep, it is not like a dead, because when many people sleep unconsciously, it is equal to dead, because in that manner your senses are not working. Even you are conscious, you go back to sleep, many of senses are not working, but your life is working, and that life take you another step forward in terms of your experience, in terms of the time, in terms of the mystery of the creation. So in the whole universe, if we define times by the rotation revolution of planet Earth, so in the same manner, one planet you can say satellites rotate, revolve around planets, one planets rotate around the star. In the same manner, there are billions of stars. That means there are more than a billion solar system. That means these types of time, for let's say for our solar system we define time, for another solar system the time variation is different, for other solar system time variation is different. This means in terms of our sun, we define time in terms of our planet, our sun and our moon. In different solar systems, star is different, planet is different, satellite is different. In other solar system, this is different. Let's say we have a 10 different solar system. That means we have a 10 different time, 10 different time on different solar system. On planet Earth we have many different time zone. So in different solar system there is different time zone. So in terms of solar system, when you combine a solar system galaxy, so in the whole galaxy time is not same, because for different solar system time is different. So in the whole solar system time is not a unique or not a uniform. We either average it or understand, you can say average it or understand the time of individual solar system and combine it in a form so that we represent for the time of that galaxy. In the same manner, time varies for galaxy. We define time with respect to our solar system. Let's say I go to, let's say hypothetically I went into a space, I sit any place in the space and I know I try to understand the movement of sun, moon, planet Earth, other solar system, other galaxy, other you can say cluster, supercluster. So in this manner may I define a time with respect to galaxy, that means movement of galaxy with respect to clusters. So in this manner I define time for that. So in this manner time is completely different from time we define. That means first of all, what is going on wherever you live, what is going on is time, but it varies where you live, in which place you live, in which celestial body you live on, and its impact on your mechanism. Let's say you go to other planets where, let's say, revolution and rotation of that solar system, or you can say that star, planets and you can say satellite is, here we calculate 365 day as a 1 year. Let's say on that place 1000 days is a 1 year. Okay, so we may live 100 years on that galaxy, or in comparison to planet Earth we live 1/3 of life here, because 1000 is 3 times of 365, approximately 3 times of. So if we live here 100 years, so in comparison to that time we may live there 1/3 of life. But it is maybe true that you can say satellites, planets, stars are so helpful in our body that we may live 100 years on that place also. So hypothetically, let's say I divide myself into 10 pieces and 10 different human beings, and I said 10 different human beings on 10 different solar system. So on every solar system people live for 100 years. In terms of that year, let's say on planet Earth 365 days 1 year, on let's say approximately 365 days on planet Earth, on planet 2 1000 day, planet 3 2000 day, 3000 day, 40 in the same manner on planet 10 9000 days. So in this manner, if we live 100 years on the every planet, so in terms of when we compare it from planet 1 to or from solar system 1 to solar system 2 to solar system 10, in terms of days it varies, in terms of day it varies, and people who are live on planet Earth die very much early than people who live on planet 2 in comparison to planet 3 4, and this phenomena is going on. So for comparison, it is very much obvious that we have a proper communication between each and every planet. We have a proper movement from each and every planet, and it is also a precondition that if I move to planet 10 from planet Earth, if I move to planet 10 from planet Earth, so in terms of my experience, I am not very much impacted by the rotation revolution of planet 10. For example, if I live here for 100 years, like let's say 365 day into 100 for that day, so when I go to planet 10, my days are counted, not the year of that planet. So it is a very complex process, complex phenomena. I hypothetically said about it, but sorry for disturbance. We are talking about time, yeah. So in terms of experience, in terms of another dimension, in terms of other planets, galaxy, I talk about it. So basically, when you want to experience time in your life, try to understand your day-to-day life, and then go into the year, then go into the decade, then go into the 25, 50, 75 and 100 years. So when you observe your day-to-day life, you wake up, you do some activity, then you go back to sleep for, you can say, for few hours, then you wake up, then you do activity, then you go back to sleep. So when you observe your whole day, a single day, when you wake up, that means your birth is happened. When you do different activity in that day, that means this is considered this as your whole life. It is just one day as a sample of our whole lifespan. So whatever do in this time period, let's say we wake up, we go to washroom, we fresh, we do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, do our work, whatever activity we perform. Then after, when our energy is exhausted, then we go back to the sleep for some time, then we wake up. So wake up as a birth, whatever activity do as our life. Then when we go back to sleep, like means death is happening. Next day you wake up or not, it is not sure. It is not sure. Many spiritual people, many you can say philosopher, or you can say many yogis command their you can say they do not command their birth, but they command their death as well as their life. That means when they want to go to die. But for normal human being, we do not know tomorrow we wake up or not, because it is not in our hand. Then the concept of creator, then the concept of creation, preserver, destroyer, knowledge, wealth, power, time, space, this, that, everything come up. Because each and every human being trying to live a full-fledged life in their life. They want to live a full-fledged life in terms of their whatever activity they perform, in terms of whatever they want to do in their life, whatever you can say dimension they want to explore with the help of their mind. They want to enhance each and every activity so that they live a full-fledged life. For example, if I take my example, I want to travel in the whole universe, in the whole creation. Initially when this concept of travel come into my mind, so I live in a Varanasi, so I study in Banaras Hindu University. So initially the concept of travel come into my mind in that university. Before that, I just, you can say, read, play here and there, and just read and not doing much activity. But when I go into the university, many dimensions are, you can say, exposed to me in terms of different faculty, different types of people, professor. People come from different state, many people come from different country. When I watch their activity, watch what they do, what activity they do to enhance life. Many people also do activity to degrade their life, but many people do enhance activity. When I go back to the university, I see different things. Many people invest their time in music, many their art, many people in dance. Earlier I consider why people invest their time in this activity. Before that, I think just play and read are the best thing, all other are just entertainment purpose. So people do it just spending some time here and there, and that's. But when I go back to the university, I saw that many people invest their time on which area which I considered not good. See, it is a false perception, because when people invest their time on music on daily basis, for example, when the phenomena, or you can say when the concept of travel come into my mind, I want to travel. That means I want to invest my whole life into travel, go here and there and there. And from that moment till now, the, you can say, the perception, or you can say the idea of travel is grow in my mind. Earlier I want to travel the whole university, then the whole Varanasi, then the whole Uttar Pradesh, then the whole India, then the different nation. After that only Asia, then Europe, then Africa, then North, South, Australia, everything. That means whole planet Earth. When I, in my mind, I go like that. That means nation-wise, continent-wise, then world-wise, then you can say planet-wise, then to different planets. When I told different planets, then concept come when I combine different planet, some some stars and some satellites. We call it as a different kind of solar system. So why only this solar system? Then my quest come into my mind, how many stars are present, because around a sun star a solar system exists. So let's say if a billion of stars is present, that means billion for solar system is exist. Then the concept come is in each solar system is a fixed number of planets, fixed number of satellites, or it varies. So when I read about it, I talk to people, I talk to scientists who perceive it, or through mathematical deduction, through experience. Experience is the best way. Mathematical deduction is also best way, but it take a large time. But through experience, through meditation, you come to the reality in a very short span of time. But it requires the enhancement or mechanism, enhancement of your whole physical, mental, energy and emotional body. So when I talk about it, many people say that no, in our observable universe only, the whole universe, you are not able to observe a minuscule part of the observable universe. There are billions of stars are present. That means you can say billions of solar system, and in each solar system planets vary, satellites vary. Okay, stars may not vary, because for in around a star different planet solar system is vary. So star is fixed, but planets and satellites vary. So in this manner there are billions of solar systems. So I want to travel in each and every solar system, but there is a concept of time. Then that concept of time come. If you go to other solar system, your time may reduce, your time may elongated, and its impact on your body is sometimes positive and sometimes negative. So and through meditation you go there, it not harms your body, but when you physically go there, it harms your body, because we know that in non-physical terms there is no concept of 5 element of existence, there is no concept of degradation of body, but in terms of physicality these terms matter. So then I come to know that if I want to travel in the whole world, then the concept of time travel came. That means why only you travel in the whole world in the future? Why not you go back into the past? Why not you go back to the future? In the past, in the future also, go back to the different dimension, and in different dimension explore different things and travel here and there. So the concept of time travel come, because when I try to travel in the whole world, it's limit me. When I try to in the whole, you can say visual universe, it limits me. Why only visual? Why not visual? If I come with the concept of visual as well as non-visual, that means this universe. So is only this universe exists, then the concept of parallel universe come. Then the concept of metaverse, multi-universe come, omni-universe come. That means I want to travel in the whole omni-universe, from its beginningless to endless, from its one dimension to its infinite dimension, from its past to present to future. That means in everything. So this required a sophisticated level of skill, a very rich experience and a very vibrant imagination, because when you imagine past, present, future, when you try to open different dimensions, when you want to travel in time, you want to travel in observable as well as non-observable universe, you want to travel matter, non-matter. So you have to make yourself into a different being. Then the concept come, if I want to travel anywhere from atomic to cosmic, from nothing to everything, so I become like that. If I want to know about the atom, I become atom. If I want to know about the elephant, I have to become an elephant. So but in this life form there are certain limitations, certain rule about your body, about your physicality, about your time, about in space which you live, there is some limitation. So first of all you have to understand the mystery of the nature, you have to understand the mystery of the creation. In the same manner you understand the mystery of your mechanism and how you relate. If you want to travel from atomic to cosmic, from nothing to everything, from past to present to future, from one dimension to infinite dimension, so what skill required? Is it required that you have to present everywhere for that, or is it required you just meditate and go there and understand everything and come back to into this form? So many different theorems, many different you can say ideas are come up with it. If I want to know nothingness, so I just meditate, I keep my body in the state of nothingness. That means our whole body experience like nothing. And when I want to know everything, my whole body experience like everything. And when I you can say try to understand the concept of nothingness and everything, then I realize that nothingness and everything is same in some aspect. That means you have nothing or you have everything is the same concept, because in the whole universe whatever you have is, as compared to the you can say lifespan of the universe, it is nothing. And if you have nothing in the whole universe, in the comparison of the whole universe, whatever if you have nothing, then whatever it is everything for you. Because but a concept of nothingness and everything is you can say in terms of perception it varies in the mind of the people, but in terms of time, if you want to you can say understand the whole universe in terms of knowledge, in terms of power, in terms of wealth, you are the creator of the whole creation. You are present in everywhere. And this life form, your life have given us some task to understand the nature, to understand the mystery of the creation, to understand what is going on in your life, in the life of other human being, and how with the help of union you understand the problem of the people, you understand the mystery of the creation, and whatever you can say resources you have, by utilizing that resources you spread this knowledge in the whole world. So in terms of, see, whatever I talk about, or talk English language, so many people understand it, many people do not understand it. So we have a machine, we have to make a machine through programming that associate different language with the different language, and that machine is capable of converting one language into another language. So in this manner we spread this knowledge in the whole world. So people who are educated and either not educated, who educated, they understand it by you can say conversion, or directly through English, or by converting that English language into regional language, into different national language. But people who are not educated, we have to educate and tell them in their own way, because people who are educated and not educated, in terms of some language, some knowledge, some concept is required, but if they are a life form, they understand about that life, about their you can say about what they eat, what they hear, what they see, what they smell, what they touch, these senses. And when you can say reach to a point that every human being, or you make every humanity a meditative human being, then I think nothing else is required, because in meditation everything reveals itself. Nothing else is required. Many people read many books, millions of books, billions of books, the whole library of the planet, but when you pay enough attention in the nature, just your attention on a leaf is equivalent to millions books what you read in the library, in the books. Because when you pay enough attention on anything, that concept lead to a you can say idea of core of the creation, idea of the creator. So we have to understand that the whole universe, the whole creation is automatically, or you can say itself, is a book, a open book, a nature's book. So we do not have to dive into different book. It is sometimes required that if you want to know the perception of the other human being, so they write it down, so we read it, they make a video, so we watch it. But on a same issue there are millions of books, millions of views, millions of perspectives. So your time and our time is limited. So we first understand the time, its importance, where we invest, because time is more, or you can say time is life, time is more important than money. So where we invest is money. This idea is very prevalent in the whole world, but the most important is where we invest our time, in which activity we invest our time. And if we invest our time, is we are consciously investing it, or we doing the work what is required for this investment, because our time is limited. We know that after some amount of time, after you can say 80 to 90 years, if we live a good life, we have a control over our life, and you can say learn the magic of life, learn the law of the nature, then we live to a certain extent. Not just live, living is not only thing. Good living, or you can say full-fledged living, exploring different dimension of life is a good thing. So in this manner we come to a concept of called human being. That means being is a most important than just a living. Other creatures are not called being, but human being is a called being, because we have such a sophisticated mind that we dive into a different dimension, and in each dimension we utilize time, invest time, understand it. Okay, so the very important thing is in this video is time and only time, because it is limited. Whatever is present, there are infinite things, but your time is limited. If you want to know everything by going there, by visiting there, your time is just spoof. In a, you can say in a very microsecond, in the terms of the lifespan of a universe, it go away. So we have to understand time in related to our life in this mechanism. For other, let's say for rock, time is different. For us, time is different. For ant, time is different. For elephant, time is different, because for us time is like on for what time period we live on this planet. For elephant the same, for ant the same, for flies the same. But we know that rocks are present from millennia. That means their time in terms of their life, it is completely different from us. Universe is present from the billions of years, so from their perspective our time is different. So time is relative, from atomic to cosmic, from animate to inanimate, from rock, river, plant, birds, animals, human being, different you can say microbe. Time matters. For 5 elements of existence, time matters, because we know that every physicality have to an end. Maybe it's times to many billion years, but it has to end. In terms of non-physicality, it's completely different. In terms of physicality, it's completely different. In terms of non-physicality, time is infinite. In terms of physicality, time is limited. So when you dive into the arena of non-physicality, you do not have to bother about the time, but at there some limitation is also present, so we have to tackle with it. So this is a whole video, you can say revolving around the time, its importance, its present, its impact on our life, its you can say its impact in different places, in different galaxies, solar system, and how through experience, through meditation, through yoga, and through different sadhana, we understand the time with the help of our life, because life is itself a very sophisticated, very complex phenomena. So to understand the life, we have to first understand the time, because for this life time is limited. So we have to done our activity very efficiently, very sophisticatedly with the help of time. Take on daily basis, just if you are whatever you are, just worship time, because time is limited, and try to use it as in a as better way as possible, so that you live a good full-fledged life. And in your whole life, whatever dream you have, whatever you want to do, just in that limited amount of time, try to know everything, because I want to know everything of the mystery of the creation, from its beginningless to endless, from one dimension to infinite dimension, in this lifespan, only in this life. That's why on a daily basis I endeavor into or try to dive into different arenas, so that if when I understand one concept, try to you can say make that concept so you can say so complex or so simple, you can say not complex, so simple and so widespread that with the help of that concept I try to solve many problems. So in the same manner, if I try to know everything, I divide it into, let's say, some parts and try to understand all other parts and combine it, and in this manner I understand the whole thing. So my aim is, whatever time I have, I want to explore everything. So on daily basis I record one video on different issue, so that if let's say tomorrow I may not wake up, so whatever I know till now, I try to convey with the help of my experience, with the help of mechanism in this video, and uploaded it, so that future generation who have some life to live know it, gain some perspective of it, and enhance their life, not only their life of other life form, other inanimate object, other people living in their surroundings, and also worship everything from atomic to cosmic, because you are present everywhere. This is the core concept. In every video I emphasize on it, because you are the creator of the whole creation, from nothingness to everything, from atomic to cosmic. You are present everywhere. You are also a time. Okay, you are also a time. So understand it. They are different dimensions, but at the end the core point is you are the creator of the whole creation. You are the creator, you are the preserver, destroyer, knowledge, wealth, power, but in different shape. We have 8 billion people. So you cannot say that I am 8 billion people. You are 8 billion people, but in different shapes, sizes, region, color, perspective, ideas, and this and that. But reality is that yes, the same life form is present in every life form. In birds, the same energy is present in every life form, and it is the magic of time. It is the magic of time that at each moment you are capable of experiencing the life form of the whole life form, be it animate, inanimate, physical, non-physical, observable, non-observable, first to last, nothingness to everything, at the single moment. So I hope you love this lecture and enjoy this lecture, and with the help of this lecture you gain some perspective of it and some knowledge from it. So namaskaram, thank you.